Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Econ Recaps.
Visa, the world's largest payment processor, is facing a probe by the US Department of Justice, or DOJ, over potential antitrust violations. The lawsuit focuses on Visa's debit card practices and their possible anti-competitive effects on merchants and rival payment networks. The DOJ is accusing Visa of using a debit card monopoly to charge additional fees on businesses and consumers, helping them rake in over $7 billion a year. This probe is part of a broader effort by regulators to scrutinize the practices of major financial institutions and technology companies, as Ticketmaster and Apple were served DOJ lawsuits earlier this year, and Google just lost theirs. Visa has stated that it is cooperating with the DOJ investigation and has authorized a deposit of $1.5 billion into a litigation escrow account.
The DOJ didn't just stop with Visa though, as they officially launched their investigation into whether SuperMicro Computers violated the Foreign Corrupt Practice Act by potentially bribing employees of Chinese cloud companies to win contracts. The probe comes on the tail end of SMCI's meteoric growth, climbing to $1,200 a share before falling over 60%. We reported on similar findings from popular short seller Hindenburg Research when they announced in August a report that accused SuperMicro Computers of glaring accounting red flags, undisclosed related party transactions, and failures related to sanctions and export controls. The stock is down 13% on the day, falling to $402.40.
According to a regulatory filing released today, United Atlantic Ventures sold its 5.5% stake in Trump Media Group. The sale took place following the end of the lockup period around September 19th. UAV is currently the only known insider to have unloaded their position. Shares of DJT have had a rough go of it over the last year, down 77% from its 52-week highs. This is likely due to the poor performance of Truth Social, as digital intelligence platform SimilarWeb stated that the company's US site visits in May were down 21% since April, and 35% if you compare it to March. The Twitter competitor launched roughly 2.5 years ago and has only seen short-lived spikes in daily usage times. Investors might also be selling due to the company's abysmal financial performance, as the first 2 quarters of 2024 saw the social network lose $344 million on just $1.6 million in revenues.
Costco Wholesale reported its Q4 2024 results, showing disappointing growth, with revenues reaching $79.7 billion, a 1% increase year over year, but slightly below analyst estimates. However, net income rose 9% to $2.35 billion, generating an earnings per share of $5.15. The company's comparable sales demonstrated strong performance across all regions, with total company sales up 5.4% and e-commerce sales surging by 18.9%. Costco's membership fees remained relatively stable at $1.5 billion, while its operating income increased to just over $3 billion. The company continued its expansion, now operating 891 warehouses across 13 countries, with notable growth in international markets and e-commerce sales significantly outpacing overall company growth. Due to Costco releasing monthly earnings previews, the stock is able to remain fairly stable during earnings and only moved about 1.5% in after hours.
Economic events this morning were somewhat lackluster, so I'll cover them quickly. The third and final estimate of Q2 GDP showed the country grew at an annualized rate of 3%, in line with forecasts and previous estimates. Initial jobless claims came in at 218,000, 4,000 under forecast. Lastly, of the 7 Federal Reserve members to speak today, only Fed Cook spoke about the economy. He mentioned that the labor market was in a good place, but accommodative monetary policy was warranted.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams was indicted today for shady campaign and governance practices, including accepting handouts from wealthy Turkish officials. The indictment claims these actions go as far back as 2014 and cites a specific instance where Adams pressured the fire department to open a Turkish consular building without a fire inspection. His official charges include bribery, wire fraud, and soliciting and accepting illegal campaign donations. Adams is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow at noon.
Shout out Prad Heimna 5987 for his question about the Google monopoly news. It has inspired us to start doing Saturday deep dive videos based on topics that you guys want to know more about. This Saturday, we're going to kick it off with more information regarding the Google monopoly and how Google has used its influence to help shape our society.
Thank you, Prad, for your suggestion. Make sure to leave a comment regarding a topic you want to learn more about, and it might just be covered in our new Saturday deep dives. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. Cheers.